excited and optimistic about
David Hard.
Okay, yo. So basically, who remembers Marcus, the British teen in Dubai? Remembers him? I thought to myself like that was a bit harsh what they did to the guy, man. They gave him years in prison for sleeping with a girl. I think she was like 17 at the time. So a British teenager who was jailed in Dubai after having sex with a UK tourist has been killed in a car crash. Wow. Imagine just being released from prison and your life just end like that. Crazy. This months after being set free from a royal pardon. Wow, that's some Final Destination type stuff right there, man. Because imagine this, yeah, you was better off in prison than being out in the real world. That's the madness of it all. Because if he was in prison, he would still be alive. Makes you wonder, how fickle life can be these days. Because you don't know when it's going to be your last time breathing air. I always take, I work hard. Yeah, I do these videos, but I do other things. I work hard and I try not to take anything for granted. I try and enjoy myself. Even though enjoying myself is like playing computer games, chilling out watching some movies, but I try my best. Marcus Fakana, 19, died in Tottenham, North London at around 1 a.m. on Friday. 1 a.m., but that's late. What are you doing, partying? After a car he was passenger in failed to stop when being blue lighted by the Metropolitan Police. Wow. Wonder why they wanted to stop them. I mean, I guess they were maybe these stereotypes: black kids, black people in cars, 1 a.m. driving around. They thought it was a bit dodgy, so they blue lighted them. And you got nothing to hide, just stop. Officers say they temporarily lost sight of the vehicle after tailing it for around 60 seconds. So they got blue light flashed. They didn't stop. Why didn't you stop? You've got nothing to hide. Okay. Before discovering its involvement in a huge smash with another car at the roundabout. Boy, these guys look like they're running. They look like they had something to hide. Like, if you got blue lighted, I'm not saying anything bad about him, who knows what was going on, but if you got blue lighted, you got nothing to hide. Why did they run away so fast? They drove away fast. They said 60 seconds. Bloody hell. Marcus was left seriously injured as a result of the car crash and received first aid treatment at the scene, but he died shortly after being rushed to hospital. Dang. The driver, a man also aged 19, was arrested after the crash on suspicion of failure to stop. That's all they got on the guy. Suspicion of failure to stop. Anything else? And dangerous driving. He remains in police custody. Yeah, dangerous driving. Yeah, he crashed the car. Marcus' death comes exactly 3 months after he was released from prison in the Gulf state, thanks to a pardon from the Dubai ruler Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. I must have messed up his name there, but he was arrested and sentenced to 1 year in maximum security prison last year over a consensual holiday relationship with another British tourist who was just a few months younger than himself, a fact he was not aware of at the time. The girl was 1 month away from turning 18, but the sex with another under the age of 18 is an offence in Dubai. They met when both their families were staying in a luxury hotel. Ooh. Justice for Marcus, bring Marcus home. Why is this guy wearing a balaclava? Was it that cold? He wearing a balaclava over his face, like he's hiding from something. Find that a bit weird. Handsome dude, man. Handsome dude. Like he's doing well for himself. There's a picture of him in his school uniform, making him look very innocent. The girl's mother reported Marcus, who was age 18 at the time, to the UAE authorities after seeing messages between the two when she had returned to the UK. Damn, man. That's horrible. In a, in a devastating vigil for the young boy, dozens of friends and family gathered at the home were soon sobbing, as many also put their heads down in commemoration their loved ones. Okay, this case drew widespread attention and outrage, highlighted the UAE's harsh laws that criminalizes personal relationships with critics say disappropriately target young nationals. You go to a foreign country, you need to know the rules, man. You know, you just don't go places. Especially someone like Dubai. Dubai has been known for having its really strict rules on everything. So to go there and think you can mess around, that's that's laughable, man. I mean, I guess he was young, but these days and age, man, you got the internet. When I was younger, man, internet existed, but it weren't as knowledgeable as it is now. You got YouTube videos, you got Google search. We had Ask Jeeves, but Ask Jeeves doesn't exist no more. Redis Sterling, founder of CEO and detainee of Dubai, who helped Marcus in the Gulf state, told the Daily Mail she was deeply saddened to learn of his death. She said, "I came to know Marcus as he faced one of the most frightening experiences of his life and witnessed his strength and courage throughout. He was grateful for the compassion shown to him by the British public, and his experience gave him a renewed focus on Christianity and prayer." Yeah, it sounds like lawyer speak to me. You know, I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes I've been in the world a long time. Those people who claim to be most closest to God, they're not the ones closest to God. But who knows, man? He may be going to church every Sunday, and I don't even know about it. You know, Marcus was thankful to have regained his freedom and was looking forward to building a positive future. "My heartfelt condolences go to his family and friends, and this difficult time," she added. Marcus spent the majority of this year in Dubai prison, which no doubt caused him long-lasting mental anguish. It's sad that of all of 2025, he was only free for 3 months, from the 3rd of July until the 3rd of October. It wasn't necessary for him to be in prison at all. He could have been deported. Instead, David Lammy and the FDC caused Marcus and his family no end of grief, refusing to effectively help him as a foreign minister. Lammy's a coward. That's the truth about Lammy. David Lammy's a coward. He'll bend and fold. And as a black guy, he should have been out there fighting for him. But, you know, I give my reasons why I don't really go out and, you know, protest for black people too much. Cause I want to, but I always end up being embarrassed. And I think to myself like, whoa, imagine I was out there protesting. I would have been highly embarrassed. You know, it's sad that, I'm just saying, I'm going to rethink later on. It's sad that he had to go through this in what would have been his last month of his life. Rafaela Sterling, detained in Dubai's crisis manager, added Marcus had only been released from prison early this year. Despite everything he endured, he was grateful for the kindness of the British public. Yeah, we read this already, didn't it? He looked like a nice dude, man. Nice family guy. It's sad these things happen. A lot of people say it's like something about Final Destination. Because it's like, the way they look at it is like, man, this guy gets released, and 3 months later, exactly to the day, he's dead. I don't get it, man. And then why are these people wearing balaclavas? Like they're going to a Black Panther rally or something, or a Black Lives Matter rally. What are they hiding their faces for? Like, man, this guy was sentenced in prison, and it's not really his fault, but they're hiding their face like, oh, we don't want to be. Maybe they have jobs and they don't want to be out there rallying, but who's gonna judge them for running against somebody who's been imprisoned for what, a sexual act with someone he didn't know was underage, and he ain't even that old anyway. It's not like he was a grown man, you know. And you're thinking like, whoa, you know, he was a young kid himself. What, when was that? About a couple months shy of 18. So yeah, it's a bit weird, man, that these people hiding their faces. But I don't know. Maybe they had alternative reasons for hiding their faces. The construction apparent nightmare deal began when, in August, after he and a 17-year-old girl, just a month short of her 18th birthday, began a holiday romance in a £210 a night Hilton Hotel Palm Jumeirah, where the families were both staying. And I'm like, man, that's an expensive holiday. £210 a night. Boy, oh boy, man. Well, I don't even make £210 a day. Spend that for the night? This to be on holiday? Whew. Initially, Marcus was accused of rape, but was only cleared when the police reviewed hotel CCTV footage, which showed the girl going into his hotel room at 4 a.m. It is not clear where the accusation of rape originally came from. The girl's mother or was due to the misunderstanding or mistranslation by the police officers, but the term rape by force in Arabic appeared to be initially that was all stupidness, man. That was all dumb. I'm glad he got out, but man, let's see what people in Reddit are saying. So someone said, R.I.P. Marcus Fakana, the teen who was sentenced to 1 year in Dubai prison for cheating a ting 1 year younger than him, died in a car crash. That's crazy. That's him. That's him again, which is a bit odd. Like, what is this? Why has he got? Well, are we in COVID season still? What's up with them the mask around the face? And I don't know what he's doing. Is this like gang signs or something? What is going on? What is going on? Someone said, no way. I thought he'd rinsing podcasts by now. I mean, he could have done the podcast circuit, man. You know, he could have done that. Maybe he just wanted to get on with his life and not be famous. That's all I can think about it. Like, it's like, is this him again? Like, let me go and check. Is this him? This guy in this guy here, is that him? What's going on? I'm baffled. Sometimes you see things you don't understand. Someone said he was WC8. I don't know what that means. Let's see what that says. Rest in peace to the guy, but the optics do not look great if that ever gets out to people. I mean, I think, truthfully, I think the family might hide all this. I don't know if this is really him. I don't know. His face is covered, and we don't know why his face is covered. What is he hiding? We know who you are. You've been on national newspapers. He's hiding his face like he doesn't want to be known. The only thing I can think about is this guy is going through COVID. The only time I had people hiding their face was COVID time. If you're in pre-COVID and you're running around with face masks and hiding your face, it's gotta be really cold out there. And it hasn't been cold for a while now. It's just started to get cold. So we need to figure out why he's out there masked up like that. But I don't know what WC8 means. It may be a gang. Who knows? Optics, yes. The guy in the comments said optics do not look good. In the fact that when you think of the optics in this and then the car not stopping, it's like you in a car, you're both 19, the driver's 19, you're 19, you're out there 1 a.m. in the morning, police stop you and you decide to drive off. Like, what are you hiding? Why don't you stop? You know, it's that simple. Even if it was a racist stop and they were racist police officers and they thought this to stop two black people in the car, if you are upstanding upstanding person, pillar, not pillar of the community, but as the upstanding person in the community, and you're doing nothing wrong. You're just going about your business at 1 a.m. in the morning with your friend. Just stop the car, and let the police embarrass themselves. 'Cause I had things like that happen to me. The police came and stopped me. Let them embarrass themselves, really. Looking for my bag and everything. I was just laughing, shaking my head. I even pat the dog on the head. That's how much I knew I was innocent of nothing. I mean, like, I ain't got nothing. I haven't gone to college. I just pat the dog on the head. They say, you can go. There ain't nothing in my bag that I ain't going to kill anyone. But if I was up to something, I would have ran. If I was up to something dodgy. And you think to yourself, like, why did these people just not stop? It's that simple, man. Just stop your car. Let the police embarrass themselves. They had the dog there. Pat the dog on the head. Call him Ralphie, like, hey, I'm the dog. That's what I was doing. I was playing with the dog, man. The dog loved me. That dog loved me, that police dog. He ain't smelled nothing on me, man. He loved me. Police just said, you can go. And this was at, like, Stratford Station. But, yeah. Optics look strange, I'm talking about the people with the face masks on, and he has a face mask on. These look like they're doing gang signs. I ain't saying that he's part of anything that he may not be. I don't know him. But yeah, this has to be one of the saddest thing you can actually read. But at the end of the day, it's not like it was a Final Destination thing where he just happened to be in the car crash. He had a chance to do certain things. He could have just, whoever was driving should have just stopped, but they didn't. And a lot of people say, "This is Final Destination, man. He just came out." It's like, yeah, but let's think of the optics of everything. Final Destination wise, like, those were just weird accidents, but this is something that could have been avoided if he just stopped the car, and he would still been alive today. He wouldn't have crashed. It wasn't him that crashed, it was the person driving. But seatbelts, let's hope he had his seatbelt on, or he wasn't just balaclavaed up in the back without a seatbelt, because I always put my seatbelts on. One, seatbelts, stop your car. It's 1 a.m, it's not like there's going to be loads of traffic at 1 a.m, on a Friday. So seatbelts, and stop. Simple. And you will still be alive today. I've ranted on for a long time, so yeah. Like and subscribe, I'm out. Thank you.